Expect a layup here from Michael Smith. Good last one. Opportunity for Johnny Clayton. These are the shots he likes. We associate with the 1-2-1, but this is no different. The shot's done now. He's just got to try and leave it. Hope Michael Smith doesn't take out the 104. Just checking the score, Johnny, and tease it up.
Michael, you require 104.
One treble required. Well, I thought he was going to switch to the 15s there, decided against it, and maybe that cannon off the first dart illustrates that perhaps that would have been the wiser decision.
It was a good shout, that Dan. The first dart did him no favours, did it? These opportunities have to go for Johnny Clayton, and he gets it with his last dart. Break a throw for Johnny Clayton in the opening leg, and very modest opening leg for Michael Smith, but it's an 18-dart break. Johnny can't afford to, can he? Because there's a rolling 16 order of merit, which is crucial to the European tours, and he's around about 14th at the minute, so I feel Johnny's not going to have many weekends off, so it's going to be tough for him as well. Has got the luxury, as Peter Wright, you just mentioned, is going to take a load of tournaments off.
The thing is, playing lots is fine if you're winning lots. It's when it's not going your way that becomes a chore. Another in there, leaves double top, and Michael Smith misses the chance to lead, and it could be 3 consecutive breaks of throw in this one.
It's going to be 2 at double 12. Oh, he needs 1, and it is 3 consecutive breaks of throw. Best leg of the match at 14 darts for Johnny Clayton. He leads again. It's a bit more consistent than Johnny. Illustrated in, like you said, Dan, the gap in the averages, and that's only going to get bigger after that visit from Johnny.
Certainly looking likely now. The average continues to creep up for Michael Smith. Got a lot of respect for Johnny Clayton, and he was being interviewed earlier today. He was talking about the best players in the world, and he immediately thought of Peter Wright, Michael Van Gerwen, but he also put Johnny Clayton in that list. Treble 13 for double 16 for a 1-2-1 the fancy way. The bully boy and world #1 goes into the lead for the first time. To raise it, and he has to raise it very quickly. That's raising it.
125.
Could be costly that last start, though.
170.
Does leave Shanghai, so it's treble single to double.
96. Johnny
to level us up here.
120.
If he misses with the first start, he wants to be underneath. That's perfect. 20 for tops for Johnny. For back-to-back tone plus finishes, and he fires back. Big leg for Johnny Clayton. He was looking in danger of going 4-2 down. But a first holder throw for the ferret levels us up at 3 legs apiece.
Well,
114.
Hugh just keeping us all in suspense for a minute. It is 114 he requires. Treble 18. Can't get it.
He's going to find it tricky to get in that treble 20 because he likes to be below the wire. Tried to force it through.
Michael, you require 158.
Johnny's darts, he likes to stack on top, so if he misses the treble, he likes to be below, and he couldn't force it in there, but it's going to come back to 56. And level us up again. We started with 4 breaks.
56.
Is it now going to be 4 consecutive holds?
Double top. Double 10. Problems for Johnny Clayton, because it's the 58 that Michael Smith took out with little bother on double 10 in the last leg.
Tops, and Michael Smith gets a cushion of a breaker throw. Errors from Johnny Clayton. Missed doubles costing again. Michael Smith will now throw for victory.
He's going to get a look at 110 to get his first points of this year's Premier League. And Johnny Clayton has got to try and find a treble to apply some pressure.
60.
Well, he's down to a finish, but there's nowhere near enough pressure.
Can he get it done here, Michael Smith? He's not going, he's going to need another visit.
58.
The likelihood is he will get it. It's a big ask for Johnny Clayton. Or have I spoke too soon? Another one of them. The double 14 to keep this tie alive, and it's just the wrong side of the wire. And now the first points of this year's Premier League incoming for Michael Smith.
Double top. And the world #1 gets his first win of the Premier League this year. Johnny Clayton once again beaten by the bully boy in front of the Welsh crowd. They don't get the winner they want in the opening game, but Gerwen is on the way later to see if he can light up the Welsh capital.
Played was last week in Belfast, so it's hard to mix it up or to feel different or fresher.
Yes, Nathan Aspinall's second maximum. What a start this is for the Asp. Can Peter Wright counter with something similar? No.
100. Nathan, you acquire 140.
Well, could he rattle in a ton-plus outshot here off the back of the maxi? Not now, but nevertheless.
Yeah, Snakey's going to need something special here. On 133 left to hold his throw.
71. Peter, you acquire 133.
Well, he starts it off. So treble 19 leaves the double 8, and what a class answer this would be. And it is dead center. 1-3-3 out to hold the throw. Nathan was on 69 left, and he had to assume he needed it. And that was big pressure answered.
He held throw in the second leg with a 1-3-3. Can he hold with a 1-1-2? No, he can't. And now he's in trouble.
Nathan, you acquire 12.
And now we're back at that double 6, east or west or whatever it is.
And I'm not sure if that's the sun rising for Nathan Aspinall or setting for Peter Wright, John. Either way, which way, it's 3-1 to Nathan Aspinall. And Wright now is in trouble because with Aspinall throwing first in the odd-numbered legs, the first, third, fifth, and so on and so forth. Aspinall in Cardiff. In Cardiff last time, as I mentioned, he won the nightly tournament, annihilating Johnny Clayton in the final 6-1 with a brilliant performance. I think I remember him averaging 113 in that final. It was quite exceptional from Peter Wright. And another big outshot is on offer here to Snakebite. 1-5-6 this time.
Peter, you acquire 156.
Not too many variations on this theme.
And again he gets to the double 18. Sensational!
Well, if he chipped in before, that's a hole-in-one on a par 3.
Well, I mean, he's had a 1-3-3, he's just trumped it with a 1-5-6, and in between those two, John, he missed double top, didn't he, for 112. Aspinall is one of those players who enjoys a barroom brawl of a darts match. He loves a scrap. And he loves a maximum.
Well, yeah, sometimes you need that mood as a player, and I kind of felt it for myself the same way that I would play at my very best if I felt that intensity, that real ferocious competitiveness.
Double 16. Well, even Peter Wright, given the finishing we've seen from him tonight, is not going to take out 2-3-2. Not in one visit. He might leave it handy, though, mind you. He will leave it handy.
Well, he can't quite get his first 180 of the match, but he's probably not expecting much other than a double hit here, and that's exactly what he's seen from Nathan Aspinall, who goes ahead 4-2. He's now 2 legs ahead, and you know that's the point where if you're Peter Wright, you do not want him to win another leg and get that leg away from the victory. You want to maintain that cushion of comfort.
Well, now very likely to be Aspinall 5, Wright 2 in a couple of minutes, and that would leave Peter Wright having to win 4 consecutive legs to win the tie. Leaves double 12 via that treble 20. And Aspinall here with a finish on the cards of 15 darts or fewer as Wright finally breaks his 180 drought.
Double six. And straight into that for that to move one leg away. 14-dart leg, really consistently.
No, John, and he's put the first brick in the wall. There's a 9-darter on here. Oh my! Well, it would have been all if that would have been on if that dart had clung on to the treble 20 bed. He's unlucky, and he knows it.
Well, in these situations, I always still kind of cheer for the 10-dart leg with that bounce out. Just a kind of faux perfect game.
Yeah, ghost 9-darter.
He's still on for that.
I remember Adrian Lewis had one at the Grand Slam, one of the ghost 9-darter, 10-darter with a bounce out, and it's on here, John, as you alluded to. He's gone 177, 140 with a bounce out of the treble 20, 180 to leave 24 after 9, and that 24 is for the match. He had an epic world semi-final against Michael Smith in 2019. He's trying to reach a semi-final against Michael Smith in the Premier League, and he has done so. Nathan Aspinall wraps up a really authoritative victory over Peter Snakebite Wright by 6 legs to 3. Coming up next, we've got Welsh hometown hero Gerwen against the Night 1 hero. That's Hollywood, Chris Dobey.
A 9-darter from Nathan Aspinall. No, it was 10, but one fell out.
I'd argue it was better than a 9-dart. He's thrown 10 perfect darts there in a row.
Yes, he
Just
did.
one didn't stick in.
He did. When you put it that way, it is better, yeah.
Well, that's not helped him, because Chris Dobey has already hit one of these in the Premier League. Not going to hit another one just now, but if he puts a big enough dent in it, and that's going to be the biggest dent out of the two efforts at the 170.
54, gets it, tops. He knows the importance of this.
72.
Well, they're the finishers, the 112, the 110 in the last leg. If they don't go, Chris Dobey might punish. 16 segment now. Gets the treble for double 9.
For as good as the 48 was, that was as poor as the double 9. Double 10. Wow, look how askew that went in. He did well to recompose there. That was very good. And for once in this Premier League, we are seeing Price give it some. Give them what they want, Gezzy.
For one moment, we were going to get a brilliant illustration of why that use of the board was brilliant, because it nearly gave him a chance to sneak that leg away. He may yet get a chance. He will, because that was barely in Cardiff.
There's a couple of darts he's thrown at tops that have skewed over to the right-hand side. Maybe the darts are just rolling up his finger a bit too much. Bullseye now.
45.
To inch ahead once more in front of this fervent Welsh support. Double 10. Double 5. Cannot save himself on double 5 this time.
25.
He's missing opportunities, Gerwen Price, that we really haven't seen for a few years. And he's doing it on a regular basis. That'll worry him. But he's got away with it. You need a little bit of luck in everything you do. Double 2. Don't want to go back up for double 1. How difficult is this, or is it? Yes, it was.
One of those where you're not sure whether that's a help or a hindrance, that first dart.
Yeah.
Turned out to be a hindrance. And this would be a big hindrance to Gerwen Price winning here in Cardiff, because that snuck in the corner and Chris Dobey finds himself in front.
Dan, it's just that rub of the green that he's having right now. If he's faffing about, if there's faffage, he's getting away with it. And look, it's not his fault that people are missing against him. But when he has created these chances through consistent play of it in 1 treble per visit, sometimes 2,
433.
he's getting the legs 1 and he leads 4-3.
Oh, beautiful. gets him down to a potential 2-dart out. Again, Dobey eyeing up the biggest finish in the game. And again, he can't really threaten it.
More big moments. Going to be greedy and go for 36. Yes, he does. Now the bullseye. Oh, that's a bit of class from Price. The crowd have something else to love. The darling of Welsh darts takes out the bullseye for an 81, and we have a level game. Well, each time he's gone high on that 60. It's better than low. But that's better. A fence it in there. A lot of them are first dart merchants, as we know. I thought after that first 60, it was going to go bang.
45.
Another one of these awkward checkouts that Dobey's made a habit of taking out. And the habit continues. That is absolutely nervous.
Well, he took that out in the 6th leg.
This is his match to lose.
It certainly is. And he's loving it. Yeah, look at the flow on that. I'm not going to after time or anything, but that was never in doubt, was it? Was it?
Well, to produce his best leg of the match, doesn't need to go for the 12s. So treble 14 for double 10. Can he hit it this time? He can, and he does. It started with a 12-darter. It ended with another. Gerwen Price scintillating at the start and at the finish. He is off and running in the Premier League this year, and he's doing it in front of the Welsh fans.
And it kind of, people have put question marks over Dimitri Vandenberg because of that semi-final, but they forget the match play. He took it to Michael van Gerwen, just ran out of steam at the end. He quitted himself well last week as well. He's made a bright start here.
To tie the game up. Can't find a treble with either of his first 2 darts, but he knows that Dimitri has been cut adrift in this 4th leg. So that means Van Gerwen will be afforded another 3 darts at double here to level up this quarter-final.
Bought himself a little bit of time, Michael, and he pins a double, and we're level again here.
On Van Gerwen not taking out 160, but nevertheless, a big 2 treble visit here would put him in a good position to get a priceless break. That's probably not big enough. Probably.
He's going to get a go at 1-2-1 to keep the match on throw. There's the pressure. Michael van Gerwen, a left-ins just lead double 13. Double's a double. This is very gettable. Dimitri Vandenberg will be disappointed if he doesn't get that minimum dart at the bullseye, and he's going to get minimum dart, maybe more. It is more, double 14 for Vandenberg. Brilliant dart from Dimitri Vandenberg. Van Gerwen waiting to pounce on 26. And it's Vandenberg should say, who leads again. He went for the 19, and generally if you're on 303, you'll stay down there for 133. All I could think of that he didn't like the lie. He went up for treble 20, didn't find that, and then came back down. So, bit of indecision from Van Gerwen here. That's better. Forces that last one through, really good dart.
So the break opportunity has now been crafted by the Premier League champion.
438, 105.
Still a big ask though. It's on, 13. Is this for Michael to lead for the first time in a match? It is. He's been asking questions on the last couple of legs. On Dimitri Vandenberg's throw, we have our first breaker throw, and there we see how much it means.
Van Gerwen in this match, 56% on the double. All 3 matches last week, 50%. So his finishing has been brilliant in the Premier League. Went for 2 treble 20s, looking to follow the first one to lead double 7. Now, to stay in the match, because he can't expect Van Gerwen to miss 3 at tops, can he?
Big shot for Dimitri Vandenberg, and you feel it has to go. Double 16, and it's a big response from the Belgian number 1. Prolongs his side, forces Michael to throw for victory.
Well, we've seen a 1-2-1 from Vandenberg. This is a 108 skin saver on offer, with Van Gerwen waiting for a three-figure action of his own to kill him off if Vandenberg misses. And he has missed.
He's got really careless in the last 6 darts, Dimitri Vandenberg. But this, for the place in the semi-finals. I was thinking about it, there was options there and he can't find a treble, didn't like the line. So Vandenberg should be better placed than this, but he took out a similar shot in the previous leg, 68. 66 now to send this to a last leg decider.
Went ball for double 8, didn't find it, but now needs to find double 16. Last chance saloon. And the bar is closed. Van Gerwen, 2 darts for the match, incoming, Mark.
Yeah, Rod. 9 darts to 164. Dimitri Vandenberg only got 1 dart and he's been punished. Michael Van Gerwen with yet another victory over Dimitri Vandenberg. Vandenberg had chances to send us all the way, but Van Gerwen is in the mix again this week. He's through to the semi-final. We face Gerwen prize. It's
to be known for my gritty competitiveness, but it would be nice just to blast people off the board every now and again and then not even get a look in.
Well, yeah, you want to be, anybody wants to be the sort of player that they say when he's at his best, no one else will beat him.
Oh, lovely dart. Doesn't need to go for the bullseye. Yeah, so just sets it up.
Yeah, he's been very consistent with that. And setting up the 32.
120.
A 120 floor.
Could
have been a 180. One fell out.
That one stuck in there as the Asp takes the opening leg. Repeat of the Grand Slam final, of course. They make the World Grand Prix. That one went to Nathan.
Visit. A big opening here for Smith to punish. And he's straight at it. He's learned to do that as a world champ and a world number 1. Exploit every weakness you can find in your opponent.
Well, it took him a few legs to get into the groove against Johnny Clayton earlier on. But he was in that match, even though he wasn't playing his best. He was right there with the ferret, and then at the end kind of ran away with it. How about this? Another there. Another there. 137 from the world number 1. Magnificent from the bully boy.
Third leg, Michael to the first. Game on.
Well, maybe. Did, of course, beat Gerwen Price in Belfast last week before going out to the eventual winner, Chris Dobey, in the semis, Nathan Aspinall. Already got points on the board. And going to the 15s. And it looked a half-decent guide for the bullseye, just couldn't nestle in alongside it. Now, Michael Smith, it's a big one, but it's a good one. 2 darts in the 20s. There's one of them. There's the other, double 14. Magnificent! It's another stormer of a checkout from the world number 1. 137, 148. He leads in this match. He's needed both of them.
So now getting that point is towards Nathan Aspinall. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what you do against him.
Well, he had an honorary 9-darter against Peter Wright. 10 perfect darts, but one of them bounced out halfway through the sequence. And it looked like he was really, he fancies it in so many 180s tonight. Is it 9 already? 62. He fancies it.
But he enjoyed it. He was just as focused after the bounce out or the drop out as he was in the first place, because he knew what he was doing.
Oh, lovely. What a magnificent setup shot that is. Keep your 180s. That's even better.
Well, we just mentioned that 10-dart leg as it was, and he's got a chance for one here.
You said don't hold your breath for 2 9-darters, but 2 10-darters ain't bad. Well, it'll have to be 11 or 12. 11 will do, and Nathan Aspinall, having averaged more than 105 in his opening game tonight. He's averaging more than 104 right now. That is a break of throw. He is in the box seat, and he is looking, from what we've seen so far tonight, like the man to beat.
Leaves them both on 1-2-1, but it's Nathan first. He's hit, well, he went 20s this time around. I'm surprised almost he didn't go for the ball, but it's the bull to wrap it up.
96.
Match start missed by Nathan Aspinall. It is the same equation for the bully boy. The same route. Different result. Michael Smith clings on. He has survived a match start. And now he poses the question to Aspinall. Can you close it out on throw? He has been hammering away at Fortress Bully Boy with a sledgehammer. And Michael Smith has hastily been putting up big wooden boards in the form of big combo finishers to try and keep him out. But his resistance might be broken here, because Aspinall continues to find 2 treble visits.
Well, the resilience of Michael Smith is the best new feature he's got. He can withstand these attacks a lot of the time. He's going to need luck, though, in this instance. 6 darts from here.
It's out of his hands. Nathan Aspinall with a big one of his own to win it with a 1-3-6. Aspinall reaches the final with another monstrous average. The world champion is beaten, and Nathan Aspinall, who always performs in the Premier League, is performing once again.
This is what I do like about the format. I like how cutthroat it is. If you break, then hold. As the person throwing, obviously second in the match, you are in control. You're then being chased. You are then the front runner. And Price, so far, is doing okay after 12 darts, but he may not get a shot.
To paraphrase you, Wayne, Michael may miss and Gerwen may hit.
Yes.
He wants tops here, and this is to double his money and double his lead. Double 10. Yes. And Gerwen Price delights the home faithful with the first 2 legs. Gerwen Price.
Yes, geographically as well, yeah.
92. Ugly 142.
Oh, yeah. No mistaking there. It was a leg in which he dominated, but it's always nice to clean up a leg with a 3-figure out. So on top of his 108, there's a 142.
Lots of psychological stuff about how teams playing in red have an advantage. I've read some of that kind of mumbo jumbo before, but
You can call it nonsense.
He just looked better in red, doesn't he? You're right. I mean, and the bullseye. This will be good. Oh, he couldn't find it. And he threatens it most matches, to be fair.
Big moments. Huge. Massive. Tops for 4-2. That is magnificent from Gerwen Price. He didn't have anything to shout about last week, but this week...
He had one of those, Wayne, didn't he, in the World Championship final, as I vaguely recall.
Did he?
But this time they're not both on a 9, Wayne, are they?
No, they are not. But Price, unfortunately, in a treble 5 instead of a 60. Van Gerwen's scoring in this game has been magnificent.
Will he plough on? Well, that would have left 29. It's the kind of thing that Wayne Mardell would have done. But Van Gerwen will have a look at 76 anyway. 2 at double 8 to put it all the way. All the way we go. And Van Gerwen from 5-3 behind has levelled at 5 apiece, and he has the darts. What a sensational semi-final in Cardiff.
Magnificent. His first dart so often has found the top wire of that 60.
And Van Gerwen is hoping to give Price the boot in the semi-final and march on to a final against Aspinall. He's in control here.
42.
But that visit gives Price some kind of hope, but only if he can pile on and pile in. My word.
That is special. That really is. Knowing that you need it to maybe just staying a match, but to do it under those circumstances, the 180, can he follow it with a 167?
It looked over 90 seconds ago, this match, didn't it?
Yes.
Van Gerwen had it in the palm of his hands. Now Gerwen Price is looking at 167 off the back of a 180. Well, that would have been two of the greatest visits back-to-back we've ever seen in the Premier League. But Van Gerwen now will have, all things being equal, 2 darts to reach the final for the second week running, Wayne.
Brilliant 6 darts from Gerwen Price. He could do no more. Van Gerwen wants one more dart in the double. Double 10. Flapped his lines. Panic.
Another leg with 2 missed darts for double. This time a match darts. Price, double 18. And Gerwen Price wins an absolutely sensational semi-final against Michael Van Gerwen in front of his adoring Cardiff public. Gerwen Price has held off Michael Van Gerwen, who missed 2 for the match, and the Iceman kept his cool to reach the final and book a darting date with Nathan Aspinall.
If you're only going to win 2 nights like Gerwen Price did last year, you need to be picking up points elsewhere, and he didn't do that. And he'll know. He had problems with his hand as well, which didn't help. That was midway through the season. He actually withdrew in 1 week as well.
156. 2 treble 20s, double 18. There's the first, and it looks really inviting. That'll be a frustrating one. You're never expecting to take out a 156, but the first dart like that, all of a sudden your eyes light up.
After the first dart, you expect to hit, don't you? And Gerwen Price will expect to hit tops here, particularly now with that guide. And he uses that guide and doubles his lead. Gerwen Price in control of the final here in Cardiff. And Aspinall has yet to get going. All the controversy over Gerwen Price over the years. There's never been sort of any issues with these two when they've played. Aspinall can't take the 170 that won in the UK Open.
98.
Put himself in a good position to half the deficit here.
A little laughing and joking. Might read too much into it, but it is the sort of thing that could make Price lose a bit of focus. It's not how he plays the game normally. And Nathan Aspinall does get his first leg, and that was a breaker throw as well. Gerwen Price didn't quite realise that.
Well, on tour for me, he'll never throw a dart if it's not set right. If it's a lot of players will throw a dart if the stem's loose or your flight's not quite right, it's not gripped in your hand properly, because you're just gripped in the match sometimes. You just throw it. Nathan throws one when it's gripped properly, as Price has in his first max. And all of a sudden, this leg could have a different outcome.
Can he find the bullseye? No, he can't. And this game feels like it's suddenly burst into life a little bit. Double top for Price. Down for double 10. 3-1 to the Iceman. And a roar from the Welsh #1.
Still no holder throw from Nathan. And that 180 from Gerwen Price did the damage. A 12-dart leg. Restores the 2-leg cushion and the breaker throw. Michael Van Gerwen is on 5 points after this week. A win for Gerwen Price will see him go on to 5 points. Aspinall coming in on 5 as well. It's getting a bit close. It is only week 2, so let's not get embroiled in the league table too much.
Yeah, but after last year when everybody won at least one night, are we in for something similar? He's just set that up. I think he had a little think for about a fraction of a second and then thought, leave double top.
It was the right shot. He's hit a 170 on this stage before against Michael Smith. It was needed then. It wasn't necessary. Needs to win the game is the right play.
Well, what it's done is give him 3 darts at his favourite double for a 4-1 lead in the final. He is closer to the finishing line than Nathan Aspinall is to him. And Gerwen Price, who has battled and fought and scraped through his matches so far tonight, could be running away with it in the final. Tops for Gerwen Price for a 5-2 lead.
Just having that luxury again to set up the shot. He had it with the 170. Aspinall smiling because he feels it's probably too little too late in this leg. Price for 5-2 and to go one away.
The Iceman, Gerwen Price, is a leg away from delighting every single fan in this arena. A little flash of brilliance to get past Chris Dobey in his opener. An incredible display of counter-attacking darts after a flat-out assault from Michael van Gerwen in the semis. But Gerwen Price, despite the averages being pretty much the same in this game, he's been better than Nathan Aspinall. He's limited the Asp to just 5 darts at double in this match.
And the form Nathan's been on this evening, that takes some doing.
134.
Great setup from Aspinall. He won't give in, it's a big ask, but he's just got to break this down one leg at a time.
140.
Is this the first one of the 4 he needs?
Very casual 140 from Price to get to a finish if there's a mistake. They are mistakes. And so is that. And Gerwen Price in a leg which looked like he thought he'd waved away. Could win it with a 157. Double top to seal it in style.
It's an effort from Gerwen Price. Aspinall laughing and joking a lot in this match, but this is serious. He needs this double 4. He's hit it already. Match stars come and gone for Gerwen Price. Will he get any more in this leg? Down for double 2 for Nathan. He's away with 1. It's a big dart. The crowd are involved, and Nathan's up for the challenge, and we go on. Brilliant dart for Nathan Aspinall, acknowledged by Gerwen Price.
A 3rd maximum. Oh no.
121.
Well, he'd been better after that last dart just falling out the board, to be honest. 139, one of the trickiest outshots in the game.
Decisions as well, isn't it, where you go? It's in likelihood, well, I said he'd start on the bottom of the board. He's had this luxury a few times in the match of being able to tee up shots. Back up. And that's all he needed to do, and there's going to be some more match starts coming. He missed 1 at the end of a 157 combination, but it's going to be 3 more if needed at his favourite double top to clinch victory on night 2 here in Cardiff.
The fans rise to their feet in Cardiff because Price is the pride of Welsh darts. He gets his Premier League campaign off and running with victory in the Welsh capital. It was battling against Chris Dobey. It was astonishing against Michael van Gerwen, and he swept Nathan Aspinall aside in the final. A 6-3 victory